Okay, welcome all of you. In this lecture, we are going to see impedance triangle, power triangle, and definitions of different powers. Okay, so let's see first, that is impedance triangle. Okay, then what is impedance triangle? This is graphical way of relation between resistance, reactance, and impedance. Okay, what is impedance triangle? It is graphical way of relating the resistance, reactance, and impedance. Okay, now this impedance triangle is of circuit which have reactance X and impedance Z. Okay, now let's say this is the resistance in that circuit, this is the reactance, and with this resistance and reactance this impedance is generated, that is resulting impedance. Okay, now by using Pythagoras theorem we can also say that because this is the right angle, here it is the 90 degree, and we can say that Z square means impedance square is equal to resistance square plus reactance square. Okay, this reactance. Okay, now see one more, that is this is the angle, phase angle, that is angle between voltage and current. We already see that for pure resistance circuit this angle is 0, then for pure capacitance circuit this angle means in capacitance we can say that this angle is downward direction, because there if we take reference as the current then voltage lags, and in inductor the voltage leads, so this we can take as a positive angle. Okay, now let's see, due to this angle we can say that cos of phi is equal to R divided by Z. Okay, then we can also say that sine of phi is equal to X means reactance divided by Z means impedance, or we can say that tan of X is equal to tan of phi is equal to X divided by R. These formulas are important because we have to use these formulas in numericals. Okay, so this is the impedance triangle. Okay, now let's see power triangle. Okay, now what is the power triangle? Here we can say that it is relation between real power, reactive power, and apparent power. Now these are the three types of power. This real power, or it is also called as true power or active power. This real power is denoted by capital letter P, and the formula for this is VI cos of phi. Okay, VI cos of phi. Then this reactive power, it is denoted by Q, and formula for it is VI sin of phi, and the apparent power S, this is equal to V into I, and the formula is V into I. Okay, then according to Pythagoras theorem we also say that S square is equal to P square plus Q square, means apparent power square is equal to real power square plus reactive power square. Okay, this is the resultant power. Okay, in this diagram you can see that if this angle is less, if this phase angle is less, then reactive power is less. Okay, if this phase angle is less, then this reactive power is less. If this phase angle is 0, then this reactive power is also 0, because for phase angle this only one line we have to show here, that is phasor diagram, and this component become 0. Okay, now if this angle is what, 90 degree, if this angle is 90 degree, then what, because as we goes on increasing this angle, this reactive power goes on increasing. If we goes in this direction and take it as a 90 degree, then this real power becomes 0. In that condition this real power becomes 0. Okay, this is the power triangle. It is relation between real power, reactive power and apparent power. Okay, then this is the one another formulas for this p is what, we can also say that this is formula of p, and we can, this is the one another for this is also formula for p, that is p is the I square, means current square into r, current square into r, and its unit is watt, and this power means actual work is performed by these powers, means we, for circuit we have this power to be maximum. Okay, then q, what is q? Q is reactive power, then q is equal to I square into x. Okay, for if we multiply these three sides of impedance triangle by I square, okay, means z multiply by I square, r multiply by r square, and resistance multiply by I square, then we get this power triangle. Okay, means p is equal to I square r, q is equal to I square x, and s is equal to I square z. Okay, now this phi is the phase angle. Large the phase angle, the greater the reactive power. As this phase angle goes on increasing, this reactive power also goes on increasing. If this phase angle is less, then this reactive power is also less, because if the we take line in between this, means if angle is half, then it come to here, means also reactive power is decreases in this way. Then this is the reactive power, and what is the unit of reactive power? It is volt ampere reactive. Then apparent power, it is equal to I square z. It is also, this is one formula, this is one formula for it, is vi, or we can also say that I square z, and apparent power is measured in volt ampere. Okay, then angle phi, is the phase angle. Okay, this is the power triangle. Then we see the definition of these three powers. First, apparent power. Apparent power is denoted by capital S, and it is product of RMS value of applied voltage and current. It is the product of RMS value of applied voltage and circuit current. Okay, means S is equal to V into I. And what is unit for it? It is volt ampere. If it is value is greater, then we can say that it kilovolt ampere, and if it is very large, then we can also say that it is megavolt ampere. Yes, unit is volt ampere. Okay, because here it is product of voltage and current, so unit comes volt ampere, because unit of voltage is volt and unit of this I means current is ampere, so it is volt ampere. Okay, then next is the real power. Okay, real power or true power or active power. Okay, real power, true power or active power, and it is denoted by capital P. Okay, then next see the active power. It is defined as average power taken by or consumed by given circuit. Average power taken by or consumed by given circuit, or it is the power which is actually dissipates in circuit resistance. It is power which is actually dissipates in circuit resistance. Then formula P is equal to V into I into cos of, what is this, phase angle or phi. Okay, then formula, this is the formula. Unit is the watt, and you can say also kilowatt. Okay, then next is the reactive power. Okay, next reactive power or imaginary power, and it is denoted by capital letter Q. Okay, see definition. It is the power developed in reactive elements present in the circuit. Now, what is the reactive element? It may be inductor or capacitor. Then the power developed in the reactive element present in the capacitor in the circuit. Okay, the reactive power is defined as product of V means voltage, current, and sine angle between voltage and current. The formula is Q is equal to V I sine of phi, and unit volt ampere reactive. This power is reactive power, so it is, its formula or unit is V volt ampere reactive. Its unit volt ampere reactive, and formula of reactive power is V I sine of phi. These formulas are important. What is apparent power? Apparent power formula is S is equal to V into I, and unit volt ampere. Then what is real power? The formula of real power P is equal to V into I cos of phi, and unit is watt. And then reactive power, it is denoted by Q, and Q is equal to VI sine of phi, and unit is volt ampere reactive. Okay, these definition are important because this many times this definition are asked in exam, so you have to prepare the definition with formulae and with unit also. Okay, thank you.